mother told you?
On Morning Line, she was showing me a picture. Her cats were going at it.
I don't think they were going at it.
Well, they'll play and they'll roughhouse sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oliver has a little scratch on his nose.
Yeah. Oliver got that from Gammon.
He did.
Keeping him in his place.
Yes.
All right. And
Oliver needs a little of that.
yeah, because he's the young cat, the young gun.
Bad cat.
All right. Well, we can take calls about cats. We got a lot about dogs this morning. Whatever pet you happen to have. The lines are open. 737-7587. It's Allison Fields. And next on the horn is Kevin. Kevin, good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Nick. You're on a roll this morning, man.
I'm butter. I'm on a roll. Go ahead. What's on your mind?
I have a question for Allison. I'm a 50-year-old young, and I just recently was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I'm interested in a therapy dog. And I was wondering if there was a certain breed out there that would work really well with my depression. What would you recommend? I live in an apartment complex, and I need a smaller dog. Is there any organization or agency you could refer me to that I could, get hooked in with a therapy dog?
That's a great question. As for breed, no, because so there's a whole lot of issues right now with therapy and service dogs in this country. You can, people get on the internet and buy fake certificates and it becomes a service dog. You really can't turn a pet into a therapy or service dog. They actually have to come through an organization that trains these animals. I don't know of any specific ones off the top of my head. I know one that trains diabetic dogs, like especially for young children. They can sense when their glucose gets low.
Yep.
Seizure dogs.
Right. That's the ones I think of mostly, the ones that can sense a seizure coming on.
Seeing eye dogs, and then your seizures and diabetics and stuff like that.
Right.
So unfortunately, I don't know of any organizations, but I do think that a quick Google search may elaborate on that. I will tell you that typically either there's a pretty big wait list for these dogs, or they can be quite expensive because there's a lot of training that goes into them. If you're looking just for a dog that you can have at home with you, that's not going to be a therapy / service dog that you're going to expect to take everywhere with you, then I think any small breed dog would be great. A Boston Terrier, a Pug, a Lhasa Apso, a Shih Tzu, things that are small and able to kind of get up on the couch with you and cuddle. And if you live in an apartment, you don't necessarily need a really large breed dog that needs a lot of energy. But, it might very well be good for you. Dog has to go for a walk, so it's going to get you out of the house to be doing things, and that could be very helpful for you.
Yeah. I had not heard bipolar and someone who maybe suffers from depression and the like. Pets are just going to lighten your spirits in general. So I don't know if there's technically a service dog, but
it doesn't have to be a service dog or a therapy dog. It can just be your pet,
a companion
who
that's
definitely helps you at home, but isn't going to be going everywhere with you.
Just petting a dog makes you feel better. So look into it.
Drops your blood pressure.
Yeah, right, absolutely. There may be specific ones for the type of condition you have, but if not, just research the type of dog that matches your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And she said there's all kinds of information out there. So good luck with that. I think it's a good idea. Hopefully that helps you out on all of that, Kevin. Let's go to next, John. John, good morning.
Good morning, Nick. How are you this morning?
Good. Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I have a pet bull. He's probably about 14 or 15 years old. We take him to the vet on a regular basis.
Wow.
He's got a good diet. He eats well. We feed him strictly dog food, but he moans a lot, and like he's crying or sad or something. And when I go outside, everywhere I go, he follows me.
That's
Is
cool.
he outside all the time?
He's outside all the time except for any winter time and doing fireworks. Now, he's scared of fireworks, so we keep him in the garage doing fireworks.
Do you think that maybe he's lonely and wants to be with you?
Could be, but I don't want him following me where I go.
Oh, well, that's just the way it is,
that's
man.
How it is.
Yeah.
When he doesn't have you for a long period of time, and then you do go outside and he follows you he's looking for your attention. If he got to come inside with you after a couple days, he'd get to the point where he's like, all right, I'm inside with my peeps. I'm good. I'm just going to lay down on my bed and go to sleep. So
Well, now he does sleep a lot when, you know, like I'm on the inside and he's on the outside on his little bed. He sleeps a lot, but is that the reason why he be moaning?
well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't examined him. I don't know if anything else is going on with him. He could be painful. If he's 14 or 15 years old, he could have arthritis, and he might need some arthritis medicine. You need to talk to your vet about that. It could be a lot of different things. So, you know, the unfortunate answer is I don't know without, you know, examining him. So you might want to get him into your vet and tell him what's been going on and see if they have something that could help.
Well, the vet, we are giving him arthritis medicine because the vet did say that he was old and he did have arthritis. I didn't know if that's the reason why he moans a lot or not.
It could be. What are you giving him?
I have no idea the name of the medicine.
Okay.
My wife takes care of all that.
Well, just make sure you're giving that as directed, and then if he's still moaning, even though you're using that, you may want to talk to your vet and say, you know, is there something else we can add in? Sometimes we start on one arthritis medicine and we have to add something else in because we're painful. So you may just want to talk to them.
Okay, thank you so much, Alison.
You're so welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah, 15 years old, you hit it on the head. There's aches and pains when you're an older dog. But the following stuff, okay, maybe some. Now, we've got Beagle Juice, okay? And the Beagle's kind of more independent. And yeah, he'll come follow, but then he does his own thing. But the Pugs, lockstep.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's because, and they follow me because I do most of the feeding and the playing and the treats, even though the others do as well. But I mean, lockstep. I have 2 Pugs behind me everywhere I go in the house. And I think it's cool. I don't mind that at all, you know. And if I need to, I'll put them outside.
You just think it's cool because they think you're the best.
That's right. It's a nice thing.
It's your own little fan club.
I get down all of a sudden, and then I'll get down there and I'll throw them both on their back and I say, neither one of you are pug enough to handle me. And I go like that. And they love it.
And your wife stands there and just shakes her head.
Neither one of them is pug enough. They're not pug enough to handle me. All right, let's go next to Jewel. Jewel, good morning.
Top of the morning, Nick.
Hi, Jewel. Are you going to ask a question about your cats?
Yeah, I need to talk to Miss Fields. Good day, Miss Fields. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hunky-dory. Listen, some time ago when Nick was on vacation and Matthew was the host, I was telling you about all these mama kitty cats that I had. Well, they ended up having 15 altogether collectively, about 4 or 5 mamas. And now here's the strange thing. They all got pussy yellow stuff in their eyes, and their mama stopped feeding them, and they all cried themselves to death, quite literally. And I couldn't do nothing but just make them comfortable and bury them later. And then you mentioned something about a phone number to snip and clip. I have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on these stray cats. I just can't do it no more. I don't love them any less, but it's just, I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's called snip and...
I need that phone number.
Okay, I don't...
And before you, let me address... my dog, this stray I found, I had her here about 9 years this month, matter of fact, and she loves to run out here in the wilds, in the woods, and such, and she comes back, she's pretty well stoved up. I reckon that's only natural, but I wonder, could I give her some kind of a vitamin? Could you recommend that would help her joints and stuff like that? And the last thing, if I may, and thank you for letting me talk there, Nick.
Sure.
I use Pet Armor. I buy it at Walmart. It's not terribly expensive, but I put it on my dog about once a month. Now, you'd think I'd be covered up with fleas with all these cats having the run of the house, and my dog's sleeping up here on the couch laying next to me. But that Pet Armor really does the trick.
Good.
My cats ain't got no fleas. My dog ain't got no fleas. There ain't no fleas on my rugs or nothing.
All right, hang on. What is Pet Armor? Is that
it's
another
an over-the-counter
treatment?
flea and tick
Hey,
control.
if it works for him, fair enough. You know?
So maybe we could get Mary Elena or somebody to maybe do a little bit of research real quickly. It's snip and tip.
Snip and tip. Jewel, stay on the line on one.
Also,
snip.
I want to say there's like Fix for Life.
Do you know where it is? Snip and tip?
I want to say Wilson County.
Wilson. It might be. Okay. Okay. I think we have a number for that. If you and Jules. Well, let's see. Hung up. So okay. 615-444. 1144. I'll give that again, Jewel. So go get a pen and paper. But what does snip and tip do?
It's a feral cat. It's a spay neuter for feral cats. Literally, you trap them, you bring them, and I think they work on donations, or it's very minimal. And then they actually snip their little ear, or they tip their ear, so that from 30 feet away you can tell if that cat's been altered or not. So it's always, I forget if it's the right or the left ear, but they just, it's kind of like branding a cow or something.
Yeah.
They just take the tip of that ear off, and it cauterizes as it does it, but that way you can tell with these cats that they've been altered. There are some other groups, I don't know them off the top of my head, and just need to maybe do a little bit of research on, and I know he doesn't live within this area. I think he's told us before, and so he may have to have a little bit of a drive to get to a metropolitan area that does do these kind of services.
Right. Maybe Snip and Tip can refer him, but that's great. An organization like that, that's one that you should think about maybe contributing to, because that's awesome.
Yeah,
they do that.
It's only for feral, it's
feral
for feral
cats.
animals.
Yeah.
The neighborhood cat that's been roaming around, a lot of times your neighbors will get together and just trap it and take it up there, and they'll alter it, and it's not getting in all the fights and everything else. Well,
the Snip and Tip number again, if you're there, Jewel, and it's in Wilson County, is the area code 615, and it's 444-1144. Pretty easy to remember. 444-1144.
And they may be able to give you some more options on different areas of the state.
All right, let's go to Karen. Hi, Karen.
Good morning.
Good morning, Karen.
My husband and I have been married 26 years, and we brought 3 cats each into the marriage and a puppy. And the puppy had 6 puppies, and she grew and had 6 puppies. And in the 26 years, we've had 7 cats and 2 dogs. The others we had to give away in the dog park because they were labs, and they were beautiful, and they're wonderful. Now we're down to 3 new cats. One came into our lives each time. The last one we have is a big, I think, long-haired English Victorian. My neighbor said she's smart on animals. And he came to her carport starving to death. Just hair and bones. That's all he was. And the week we had before we took him to the vet, he gained 5 pounds. But he was still skin and bones. Now he feels like 40 pounds. I doubt if he is, but he's big.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get a lot. Off and on, the first 2 cats are girls. He is a boy, all fixed, all taken care of. We're going to the vets today.
Okay.
Need to know what to ask him about the male, who is, I don't know if it's psychological or physical. And the physical thing I need to ask is, why is he pooping in the tub? Why is he pooping on the rug in the bathroom, which we've had to take up? Why is he the last where he pooped was on the back of a chair where my husband sits. And
How many litter boxes do you have in the house?
2.
And you have 3 cats?
Well, I have one in the trailer. I let the 2 female cats go in and out because they're a little afraid of the male.
So, okay, but you have 3 cats, correct?
3 cats.
Okay.
Litter box.
So the recommendation is that you have 1 cat per one litter box per each cat plus 1. So the recommendation from the Feline Association would be that you have 4 litter boxes, and in different areas so that everybody can go to their own bathrooms. Sometimes if you have a cat that is urinating in the litter box but defecating outside the litter box, it's more of a substrate issue, and he doesn't like what's being offered in the litter box. And so you can try having just a plain empty litter box that doesn't have any litter in it. If he's liking to go in the tub or the floor, you can try a couple of different types of litter and see if one of those is more appealing to him. But it is likely to be more behavioral, and your vet today can kind of go over some options with that as well.
It's great that she fattened him up, though.
Yeah.
It's getting good. Skin and bones initially, and now
Correct.
5 pounds in a week.
Skin and hair.
Skin and hair, rather, yes. Listen, good luck with that. We have to take a break on that. Now, when we come back, Brian, Michelle, and others will get to your phone calls in the final segment with the veterinarian right after this. Stay with us.